It's me, Renee. I'm back. And today it's Monday, so I decided to do this kind of fun alliteration video. Marvelous Monday. So simply, I suppose I could go to check out the definition of marvelous. But I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to bother to do that. I'm pretty sure that the definition is kind of like it's a synonym from fantastic. So it's like it's not good, it's marvelous. It's very good. And I also kind of think that marvelous is kind of like you kind of have to be something like marvelous, something you marvel about. Like it has to be something unique or very special, or yeah, kind of along those ways. I suppose yeah, I could double check what the definition is. I don't want to do that. But yeah, so I'm going to doing a little video on books that I feel like are marvelous. And yeah, so of course, books that I highly recommend. First, we have The Aghast by Kathleen Lawson and Liz Lawson. This is actually my latest finished book. I finished this one on Friday, so just a few days ago now, and I just had a big smile the whole time while reading it. It was just very good. I suppose, yeah, was it most unpredictable book out there? No, but at the same time, I kind of felt like in a way, it kind of like it was yeah. So it's a mystery book, and for a long time you don't really know who it is, and then at the very end you feel like, oh, it's that person, and then you kind of feel like, well, there's a few pages left, so is it that person? And then it's not that person. But yeah, still kind of, I suppose. So the mystery wasn't like all that marvelous, all that fantastic, but I really like everything around it. I really like the characters and the writing and the world and yeah. And I do know there's gonna be a second book coming out next year, so very excited for that one. And yeah, so this book is a very good book, I would say. Recommend it if you like mystery, not thrillers. I would say more mystery because it's more mystery based than thriller based. It's kind of like it's finding clues and it's someone's dead, so you have to find out like what happened and yeah, very much enjoy it. Like if you want the Veruca Mars vibes, the Agatha Christie vibes, check out this one. And then we have Snow in Love by Melissa De La Cruz, Amy Freeman, Casey West, and Nick Stone. So this is an anthology with just 4 stories. So it's not like a huge anthology. It's smaller. I suppose most anthologies have like 10 books in them, stories in them. This has just 4. But yeah, it's set around Christmas, as you might have guessed. Snow in Love. It's a romance story collection, and yeah, so like if you like Christmas stories, I would say check out this marvelous read. I read it a few years ago now. I think I might reread it. But yeah, it's just marvelous, very good story. I love all the stories. There's one snowed in story, and then there's one like I think there's several snowed in stories, and yeah, I just really enjoy it. So yeah, highly recommend it. And then we have All Wrapped Up by Holly Smale. It's a geek girl story. It's let's say here, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm not quite sure when it's set, but yeah, it's set around not when it's set. I know it's set around Christmas, but I'm not quite sure when it's set during the series because it's part of the series, the Geek Girl series. But yeah, as with this whole series, I love it so much, so highly recommend it in general. And yeah, it's just a lovely novella, so check it out. Marvelously good. And then we have The Clockwork Scarab, which it's not set during Christmas, but it's marvelously amazing. It's just so good. It has multiple point of view. It has time travel, but it's not like a main part of it, which is kind of fun that time travel is not the main part of it. You have great cast. It's a mystery series, but it's a mystery series set in like a fantastical world where you have vampires and that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's just an amazing series. Kind of, I would say, yeah, it's definitely slept on. So yeah, you need to check it out if you like steampunk and yeah, or I suppose simply historical alternative historical stories. Check out this series. So good. And then we have Starry Nights by Daisy Whitney. Marvelous story. It's set during summer, set in Paris, if you want to say it English way, and set in a art gallery where I suppose kind of like the Magnetic Museum, the art comes to life. But in this one, the art like could be destroyed, so it's kind of like, okay, is art important? And yeah, like you should save the art and how important the art is to humans. And yeah, it's just a lovely, lovely romance and story set in Paris. So yeah, highly recommend it. And then we have The Bone Spindle by Leslie Vedder. This came up earlier this year, and yeah, actually one of my favorite reads this year. It's just a very good story. It's a remix of the Sleeping Beauty story, and in this one, the cursed person is a man. It's a prince, not a princess, but it's still cursed. And this kind, yeah, more fairy tale tropes in this one, and I really, really love it. This is the first in a trilogy. I don't know if the second one coming up next year. Not quite sure how long the series is gonna be, but yeah, it's coming more. So yeah, very, very, very excited. Then we have Things a Bright Girl Can Do, a marvelously unique story set during suffragette time in England. Also, like the suffragette time, at least to me, it's well, to me, I think most like everyone, it's kind of important time in history because it's when like suffragette is what you call females, people who try to get the vote for females or women, and but it's not really. I would say it's not really that much like talked about in historical fiction or like in movies and stuff. Like movies and historical fiction, it's always the Second World War where it's like Henry VIII or something. But this is a historical fiction set around that time, and I yeah, just really love it. And it has kind of more or less just a female cast, and yeah, I really like how it looks at Sovieticism from different points of view. Like one of the cast in this one, she's rich, she wants to go to Oxford, but of course she can't because no, education is just for men. And then the other, like it was also Saturn's first, well, close up to First World War, so there's also some talks about uh, pacifism, should you go to war or not? So it's all these different good ideas to talk about, and yeah, it's a great, great story. And then we have Frog Kisser by Garth Nix, another fairy tale retelling. Well, I suppose like more remix than retelling, but it's not a retelling of a specific story. It's more like a talks about tropes from the fairy tales, and it just kind of puts it on its head. And yeah, it's a lovely, great, marvelous, marvelous read. And then we have Written in the Stars by Alexandria Belfleur. Amazing, lovely, charming romance, adult romance. It's a sapphic romance, first in a romance companion series, and yeah. And then we have The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sange Manana. This is came out earlier this year. I don't know if it's standalone or if it's like first in the companion series. I suppose it could have write more. I don't know if there's gonna be more, but I suppose it could do more. But yeah, anyway, just this book is just so marvelous. It's just marvelously written, marvelous stories, marvelous setting. It's everything so great. Right written, just amazing, amazing. So yeah, highly recommend it. Highly, highly recommend it. And yeah, it's not really gonna be that long video today, I suppose, because I'm just about 10 minutes in, but that's kind of all I wanted to say today. And yeah, so if you have any ideas on any of these books, if you have any thoughts, if you have any recommendations for me about books you feel like are marvelous, please talk to me in the comments, and I'll see you soon. Bye.